So today we're going to be taking oh my gosh, we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. This is episode 16, and in the last episode we saw the end of the Second Alteronian War. So, well, let's just go quickly over that. First off, we see that the gray team is blown up into a smithereen as a ton of countries come out of this thing, and also a couple of countries get land. But the main one coming out is the monarchist country right here, and the Republican country. Up here, we see that a border dispute kind of thing is here between the green team and the this country right here. I don't really know what to call that. But also, the yellow team expands over here into the orange team and into parts of the blue team. And they also get a part of the red team's capital. However, a bunch of places were given up because of the war. Staying over here, we see that this country is released, and also this country was not able to sustain itself. So yeah, we see that happening. Coming over to the pink team's puppet state, we see that it has been completely carved up into 6 nations, and over here we see that the dark blue team gets a puppet state near the pink team's capital. We see that the yellow team gets a little bit of land. We see that a purple team forms. But then, most importantly, the fascist green team gains a ton of land, including a nice fascist puppet state up here, as well as a new anarchist state has formed right here. So yeah, that's basically it for right there. Oh, and we also saw that, I'm going to call this guy California, but California did expand a little bit. But then over here, we see that the blue team expands back down into the green team once more. Now I think they take like their full territorial, they're bigger than their territorial peak. And we also see that the green monarchist group is back in the country. This time they have these 2 pieces right here and over here. So pretty good for them. And we see that these 2 countries form, and the green team and the yellow team get some land. And then down here we see that the northern part of this colony is given independence, as well as the southern part, and also the militarist country gets some land. But now the first thing that we are going to be doing is the power rankings. I haven't been doing power rankings, or I haven't done power rankings in a little while, so we are going to do that right now. If I just have to do this really quick, but let's go over them. Number 1 is the pink team. They have been pretty powerful for a while now, and sure, they lost like this much land over here, and then like a lot of land over here, but that doesn't stop them, and we'll talk about them in a second. The second strongest country is the dark blue team. They have gotten a lot of power and influence lately, so yeah, they are the second strongest. Now this one is kind of surprising. We see that the third strongest country is actually the yellow team. They have been getting really powerful over the last couple of episodes. They've gained all of this land from all of their neighbors, and even a very rich part in the world. So they have gotten really strong, and also their military dictator, very popular. Like, he's really popular in this country. So they're going to go to number 3. Number 4 is going to go to this green team up here. These guys, their naval influence throughout like this whole part of the world is insane. Like, they have probably one of the biggest navies in the world, if not the biggest navy. They're probably like near the pink team's navy, like when it was in its prime, like before the end of that war. But now the pink team's navy is kind of bad because they don't have that many ports as they used to. But yeah, these guys definitely have the strongest navy now, and they are the 4th strongest country. At number 5, it is the dark blue team. These guys, they've been strong for a while now, and they keep that spot. Their military has just been going up and up. Like, there was that little stretch where they were number 6, but now it's like way up now. They're actually nearing these guys, like not navally, but like militarily. These guys probably have a lot more personnel than these guys, because these guys have a really big navy, and these guys Not a huge navy because they don't have that much naval access, but very large army. At number 6, we're actually going to go a little bit north to the Floridian country. That's just what I've been calling it. They are number 6 for obvious reasons. They're a huge colonizer. Number 7 is actually the yellow team, so yeah, they keep their spot. At number 8, it is the pink team. Now, the pink team, we're actually going to come back and talk about these guys. They have been on the decline, like, very bad recently. Like, their economy is going downward, or it's kind of going like this, but, like, it's not doing very good. And also, we'll go over it in a second, but yeah, they're number 8. At number 9, pretty surprisingly, it is actually this yellow country right here. These guys are pretty powerful just because, well, like, right in here, very, very rich area for the pink team. Like, the pink team, their core area is right here, so this is, like, the richest area of the pink team. But also, like, when the pink team first formed, they looked something like this, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, this is like, core pink team land, I'd say. These guys only lasted, like, an episode, but now they're back. So, yeah, pink team and them, they have history, but these guys are pretty strong. And at number 10, it is the collection of these yellow countries down here. I do believe I've said it before, but, like, these are all puppet states of this guy. If you guys would like to see a series of, like, the history of this continent, because, like, we really haven't done anything over here, we'll probably get to that in a second. I don't really know. But yeah, if you guys would like to see, like, a historical video of this continent, we can definitely do that. But yeah, those are our power rankings, and now let's get into the good stuff. And to start it off, we're heading down to the pink team, as, well, we're talking about them. First off, they kept their fascist thing, and also their fascist alliance. But yeah, they kept that. But yeah, even with their fascist ideology still in place, they also have the same leader. And this leader, well, he's going to make a statement. And this statement is going to be held in the second largest city, or not the second largest, but in this city right over here. And what he is going to be saying is that the pink team's former glory has been destroyed by the blue team, and they are pointing all hatred toward the blue team because of that war. And the first thing that he is going to be doing is making a second capital city right over here. This is so that the pink team does not collapse and get their capital city almost overtaken, and also so that morale will be boosted over here and over here. So yeah, kind of cool for him. But then afterward, he's going to be doing some things to a couple of countries. And oh no, there goes the pink microstate. And just like that, that microstate is gone. And without a further ado, there goes their capital city. However, this is not the only country that they will be invading, as we have to go over to the gray team, which is not so lucky today. As we see, pink team forces move in from every single side, and also the pink team military, they are not restricted like the Germans were after World War II. They are still able to have a gigantic military, and they are definitely pushing that. And also, this turquoise country gets in on this, pretty good for them. But in the end, the pink team will take the capital and the rest of the country. And now we can take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see that the turquoise country gets this land, and the pink team gets the rest of that. And then, sadly, the gray team is erased off the map. In fact, I'm just going to give it over to these guys, as it looks pretty bad if it's just white. So, yeah, like that. However, this does not mean that these two have good relations. In fact, the pink team, they keep their troops on the border, which kind of frightens them. But, yeah, not so good for a couple of countries up here. But now, we're going to be going over to the pink team, which I also said that we were going to talk about. And what's going on in the pink team, you may ask? And, well, that is full-on rebellion. As we see, the pink team falls into full rebellion after, well, their economy collapses, like, completely. Like, Germany, bad collapses. However, what in the world? Okay, yeah, that was kind of weird. But yeah, their economy collapses, and now they're going to civil war. But now let's look at this. As we see in the south, the red team will immediately look to capture this major city, which they do, and then this one is very weak actually, so they start to sprout out in the areas that are less populated. Up here, we see that this group is pretty strong as they have a lot of like they have a lot of population, so they will start to move up and even encircle this major city, or at least push it out to where it's like a peninsula. Over here, we see that this little exclave starts to move up and even tries to encircle this. However, they are unsuccessful, and they will even start to siege one city. And then over here, this one is actually a democratic country. These guys, they start to move out, and they reach over to the border of yeah, right here, and they also cut off the rest of this area over from the pink team, which causes a severe blow to them. However, the pink team is a top 10 power, so they will eventually start to push troops into this area and eventually get all the way back to this border, which is very good. And they will also relieve some stress from the city, and from this city they will continue to go up and make more room for them as they even get over here. And for the red team, this is pretty bad as they have just basically wiped out a lot of hopes for right here, as the pink team will then start an invasion into the weakest rebellion, and well, the pink team's overpowering military will start to overwhelm them. And yeah, we see a front line looking something like this, and then the rest of these guys are going to fall back to protect their homeland. Additionally, over here we see that the Blue Rebellion is kicked back a lot, as we see they get kicked all the way over here, and also this major city is upheld. And then the pink team starts to siege this major city right here, even cutting it off from the rest of these guys, like completely cut off. No naval access, no nothing. And well, a lot of bloody battles are going to be fought here, as well as the pink team will push down into this group and cut them off, and then recapture one of their major cities and start a very small offensive into this one. Now, this war is going pretty good. I mean, there really is nothing that's going to happen because the pink team, they have medium relations. They're like Switzerland kind of. But yeah, nothing really going on. But now we go over to the Aeropesian continent, as there is going to be some exploration being done, mainly by these two right here. But up here, we'll start up here, as we see that the yellow team and the green team will start to explore out from their colonies. The green team, they discover this whole lake and then meet up with these mountains over here. Pretty good for them. I mean, not crossing the mountains because that's really hard to do, but right here, yeah, this is very easy for them. They start to even explore some of these waters out here as they get more familiar with the naval stuff right here, which is very good for them. In the south, we see a lot of exploration being done by this particular group right here, as they will go out and eventually meet this mountain range. Yeah, and then they will start to go down this river. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. And meet up with another mountain range. And then the Floridian colony will start to do some exploration, as they will reach a really hot zone. However, they're also going to send out another exploration right here, as they will get pretty far until this group decides they're going to do something different. But basically what we see happening is a small group of people will start to adventure out from this main group, and they will go down this river. Now, what is the importance of this river, you may ask? Well, we'll see in a second. But these guys, they will continue to go down this river and discover more and more of it. These guys, they really just want to expand. However, right about here, they're going to get lost. And well, yeah, they're gonna get lost right up here, and this is where they can't really find their way back, so they are going to start to continue to follow up the river until they reach these crossroads. They're then gonna go left. At the crossroads. Don't turn left. Don't turn left, guys. But anyway, they will then reach down here into here and discover a little patch of land. This is pretty good for them because well, what they're gonna do is they're gonna actually start their own country later, but they're gonna settle here for a little bit and explore this area, even up to probably right here, which is a decent amount of land explored in probably about 2 years. Actually, yeah, probably about 2 years. But they also, another group starts to go up this river for this country, and they continue around it, discovering whatever is in it. And it is up here that they're gonna land. They're not gonna get all the way up here, but they're gonna stop and they're gonna start to come back. But yeah, they're gonna find some stuff up here later. But we'll come back to this area in a minute. So now we're actually gonna go down here to yeah, this, as I think we need to do something over here for once in a while. And now we are going to come down to this orange country, as they have just got a new leader who is very focused on expansion. This guy, he wants to expand his country he wants to just expand this thing a lot, as they will start to expand outwards as this whole continent has already been explored. But he will start to expand his empire out and out, even over here to this side of this continent. But yeah, very good for him, as he wants to make his country very good and very great. He's kind of like a Genghis Khan, except just not a killer. Like, he doesn't kill 40 million people for fun. But this guy, he will expand his empire very vastly in the time that he gets. And let's see how far he gets. And oh boy, did his empire expand. As we see, his empire expands to about the whole length of the southern continent in a very short amount of time. However, he did not really build that many major cities. He did build a couple, which I'm gonna put on here while I'm talking. But he does put a couple along the coast, as these are very rich areas, and I'm noticing that a bunch of these are really weird. So yeah, I'm gonna fix them really quick. Let me just fix this. There we go. That's perfect. So, yep, there are all his major cities, but this guy, he wants more. Like, he really wants more. I'm just gonna turn that off really quick. But this guy, he decides that it's gonna be time for him to expand his empire even further, and unfortunately, the green team is gonna be getting it. This is like, we're gonna go a little like month by month. But this guy, he starts sending his forces into the green team as they start to push around and even capture a major city. The green team, they were not expecting this. And like, this is really weird, as this huge country just appears out of the blue, and now they are already trying to conquer every country in the continent. So they will start their invasion, and this invasion is going very, very well. Like, these guys, nobody understands why, but these guys are able to cut these guys into two pieces and almost encircle a major city. Very not good if you are these guys. But how it then turns out that these guys have been planning this for a very long time, and their navy is starting to be built up. And with this new navy, they start landing around all of the coastal cities right here, and also just the entire coast. This has never been seen by like any country, but now it is, and we see that this city will be captured. And if we go to the religion layer, is this a religion layer? Is it? Oh no, this is not the religion layer. Where is it? Oh, let me find it. But this dude, he wants to do some really weird stuff to these guys. And what kind of weird stuff? Like, how could it be that bad? you're about to see how bad. As this guy, he basically comes from this dark gray religion over here, and this religion, he's gonna completely implement. And we see this religion taking about really all of this land to start, and very quickly, yeah, this whole religion is just wiped off the map. Not through like genocide, but then we see this one get taken over. They don't really care. Just the gray religion as a whole wants to expand, and expand they do, as all of these guys really out here will start to become their religion. These guys basically believe that they are the superior ones, and that nobody, well, everybody should listen to them. As we see that the religions of every great religion basically aligns with each other. It's just like kind of weird in a fashion. Like it could be one religion, one super religion, but like it would kind of look weird. But yeah, we see this happening until, hear that, until they reach out here to the green team, or the green religion, as these guys will start something that has been seen before, as they will start to ethnically cleanse this religion. I'm showing it as a different color. Screw it, I'm just making it the same color. They will start to ethnically cleanse this area, as they believe that this religion has been a pain, and this has been implemented throughout the whole country. Like, this religion, bad, we're getting rid of it. And like, yeah, the people agree with this thing, because this leader, he is trying to expand their country and make them great. And one account of this is up here in this major city, as they will start to ethnically cleanse it completely, which is going to be very alarming to the world. They don't really know about this guy, but like the countries that do, like the colonizers, they are gonna see it like these guys, like, ooh, nope, that is not good. So, yeah, so not very good things are happening there. And with this, we are going to be seeing, well, even more stuff happening, as these guys have gotten up to the capital city of the green team, and also many more invasions have been made. But yeah, I'm probably gonna update the religion layer, because I didn't really like how that looked. So just keep that in mind. But the green team, they are basically cooked now. They are losing this war very, very greatly, and now a ginormous front has occurred for them. And yeah, just terrible. Like, this is not going good. So they eventually surrender, and now we can take a look at this very orange peace treaty. So in this peace treaty, we see that the orange country annexes all of this land and installs a puppet state right over here. Additionally, we see that the rest of it gets carved up, as we see a pink team form there, a yellow team form right beside it, a gray team forming right down here, the remaining government forming up here. This, of course, is gone, and then a green government forming right there, as this thing basically collapses. And yeah, not very good, as this guy is becoming pretty strong. So that is going to do it for right there. But now, going back over to Aeropesia. And why are we going back to Aeropesia? Well, it is because these guys have finally created a nation. And this is their nation. These guys have created the very first nation over here, and their capitals will be right here. But you may notice these guys are like puppet states. However, this thing acts like the Holy Roman Empire. These guys are going to be very influential throughout the rest of history. So we're gonna have to watch these guys. They might even unite. But these guys are going to be known as the sovereign states of Aeropesia. So the SA for short, or the HSA, the Holy States of Aeropesia. So yeah, that's what they're going to be called. But now we're going to go back over here to something pretty big. But before we're actually going to stay over here in Aeropesia, is we have to do some colonization. So with the snap of my fingers, I'm going to do some colonizing. And just like that, we have new colonies in here. But now we have to go back here to talk about what's going on. And that thing that is going on is the disbandment of like a couple of countries are actually going to leave the alliance. As we see that the blue country, the red or the orange country, the yellow country, and the red team all leave the alliance. Why though? The reason why they leave is because these guys have had a plan. Their plan is to colonize all of Aeropesia and the continents because they actually control like all of this water. Like if I could draw it out really quick, they basically control all of this water from here basically down to here, really, because like their navies are so big and so vast, they can basically just trap all these countries in here and nobody really cares. So these guys, they're going to leave, but then right after, they're going to create an alliance of their own. And this alliance is the 3-Point Star Alliance. This is to combat their influence in Aeropesia or in Alteron, and also they add in the exception of the Polish-looking country. But for the very, very last event in this episode, we are going back down here to something that is actually pretty major. And this thing that happens is the pink team will start their invasion of the puppet state of the dark blue team. Now, nothing is going to succumb to this, or nothing is going to happen, because all the people just are here with open arms. However, this will greatly decrease relations between the two countries, as the blue team sees it as an act of war, the pink team does not. But the real thing after will cause a lot of tension in the continent. But this is the invasion of this is the invasion of the maroon team. This invasion is actually going to set off something after it's done, but the pink team will start a full-on invasion into this thing, and this is immediately going to sound the alarm bells in the blue team as the pink team is on the move again. This is extremely bad when the pink team is completely occupied like this, and now we can take a look at this peace treaty. But in this peace treaty, the entire nation is going to be completely decimated, with them only surviving in their capital city, and the pink team declares victory in the Trissus continent. And what happens after will immediately mark a second Cold War, which is, well, basically all of these countries, but also a couple more. As we see the Trissus Alliance gain even more members, but also members of the Pentagon Alliance are installed, as in this brown team, the orange team, and well, none others because I can't really fit that. But 2 more members are added, and now this is looking to be a very, very large scale conflict right on the verge of happening. But that is gonna do it for today's episode. I really hope you guys liked it. I'll try to get more out later. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.